Back on this Friday morning as we look out over Austin FC Stadium there. A beautiful day today. Austin FC's taking on St. Louis this weekend. I used to live in St. Louis, but I'm still rooting for Austin FC.
They've converted you.
They have, yes,
Oh,
that's
good.
right.
Good news. Well, this weekend, not only are we looking at some exciting events in Austin, but you got to keep this in mind. We're moving our clocks forward an hour for daylight savings time, and there's more to consider than just losing an hour of sleep. In fact, research shows that an increase in heart attacks and strokes happen around spring forward time.
All right, so joining us to talk about that is Dr. Vivek Goswami. He's a cardiologist with Heart Hospital of Austin and Austin Heart. I'll be honest with you, the skeptic in me is like, this can't be a thing. It doesn't make any sense. But this information is backed by the American Heart Association, right?
It certainly is.
So how does this little time change make such a big difference in some people?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. I mean, we've known for years that there's a correlation between poor sleep hygiene and an increase in cardiac events. And as you mentioned, recently we've seen a trend in the days following daylight savings, especially in the spring. When we lose an hour, the risk of heart attack and stroke goes up. And it's thought to be due to a disruption of our circadian rhythm. And this can affect hormonal balances and have effects on other physiologic factors. We know patients that get fragmented sleep tend to have higher blood pressure. Patients who don't get enough sleep can have insulin resistance, which can lead to diabetes. Patients that get fragmented sleep also have higher amounts of inflammation, which mechanistically is very important when it comes to heart disease. So I think we've done a good job as healthcare providers of reinforcing diet, exercise, and risk factor modification during the day. I think we've done a relatively poor job about emphasizing how important it is to sleep in terms of prevention of heart disease.
You mentioned blood pressure there, but what are some of the other symptoms that people should be looking out for?
Yeah, so when it comes to fragmented sleep or poor sleep quality, oftentimes people have daytime somnolence or fatigue. Sometimes they can have diffuse muscle aches. You know, I think it's really important for that reason to really try to get on a fixed schedule, you know, so going to bed at the same time every night and waking up at the same time every morning really helps reset that circadian rhythm and our internal time clocks. I think avoiding things like alcohol and caffeine before going to bed is important. Avoiding the technology, putting away the screens, the cell phones and TVs and computers. You really want to put that stuff away. And if people do have sleep apnea, you want to get that treated either with a CPAP or an oral appliance. And when it comes to daylight savings in particular, you don't have to wait until Sunday and just shock our systems in terms of missing that hour of sleep. We could start transitioning in the days prior. So what better way to spend your Friday night before spring break than going to bed early and getting ready for this Sunday?
Everybody's plans for the weekend. There you go.
Okay, you gave us some good tools to use to try to minimize our risk, but at what point should folks maybe seek help from a healthcare provider like you? When do you go, okay, I've put the screens away and I'm still struggling with some of this?
Well, we always like to see people early. I think oftentimes people make it into our office when it's too late after they have an issue. So I would much rather prevent all the detrimental effects that could be related to sleep and other risk factors as opposed to reacting to them. So we always encourage people to be proactive. And I also just want to remind people that no one's going to take better care of us than we are. So it's not going to be a physician, it's not a family member or a spouse. It's what we do every single day or don't do that really, really impacts our health. So we don't have a perfect healthcare system, but we shouldn't necessarily be a punching bag to that. We should really take accountability for our health because it makes a huge difference down the road.
That makes a lot of good sense, is that, you know, you should go early before you have some sort of a big issue or a big event like a heart attack or a stroke. And you can get a lot of that information from your family history if you have access to it.
That's correct. And, you know, remember, 80% of heart disease is preventable. 4 out of 5 cases, the leading cause of death in the United States, can be prevented. We just need to act on that. We've got to be proactive, manage our risk factors, be accountable for our health, and get some screening done.
So then when we go to bed on, waking up on Sunday, but it's not actually Sunday. Sunday is when the time change takes effect.
True. Yep.
But I was reading that it's actually Monday after that most of these events happen. I guess.
That's correct, yeah. So it's the day following where we've seen an uptick in heart attack and stroke.
All right, well, that's good information to know. What a downer that is, huh?
Hey, good
But hey, the
intel.
days will be longer, right?
It is preventable.
Good
That's right.
intel
That's right.
to arm us and prepare us to into the weekend wisely, right?
Let's end on a high note
Yeah,
for sure.
I like
Dr.
that.
Goswami, thank you
Go home
for
and take a
joining
nap
us.
now?
Right?
Yeah, making me tired talking about all this. All right.